Well, breaking news that is coming in at the moment. More poll data bonds have been released. The Election Commission has put out more information on poll bonds is what we are in fact learning. So fresh data has been released on electoral bonds. We're hoping to be joined by NDTV Sunil Prabhu in just a bit in order to be able to better understand what more information really has been put out. But the Election Commission there releasing more data on poll bonds is what we are in fact learning. So this is the big breaking story that is in fact coming in. The Election Commission of India has further said that let's go right across to Sunil joining us with the latest. Sunil, what more can you tell us?
Well, as directed by the Supreme Court, that data which you were talking about, political parties, has been released in the public domain in compliance with the Supreme Court's directive. So what was given in a sealed envelope to Mr. Sharma, who's the Election Commission Counsel, Standing Counsel in the Supreme Court, in a sealed envelope was released by the Election Commission. All that data was put out. What does this data give in terms of political parties, national parties, as well as unrecognized parties? Basically, raw data about the name of the bond, the amount of denomination, the date of issue, the date of credit, the amount and the total thing. So really not, all the information that has been asked, something that the Supreme Court was talking about yesterday, that unique alphanumeric number. So there are few parties. For example, BJP has disclosed, the Congress has disclosed, the Bahujan Samaj Party, for example, has said that they haven't got any electoral bonds. The CPM and CPI say that it's not transparent and that we have not accepted the bonds and they've challenged it. The Congress party reproduces what the State Bank of India has given in writing to them back to the Election Commission. But really, if you're looking in terms of correlation, in terms of how you would be able to match that data in terms of who had bought it and who had done, none of the political parties can do so. An intention has been shown by the Trinamool Congress and the Congress party. In fact, the BJP gives the law what it was before, what it is, and what data it has. And if you need any further information from the Election Commission, it says that they are ready to provide. So that's the status. Tomorrow, the Supreme Court Constitutional Bench will once again hear this matter. And it's in this context, we'll have to wait and see what directions they give on this very important aspect. Because as we've been talking about ever since the Supreme Court held the electoral bonds unconstitutional, is about transparency, accountability, probity in public life, in terms of political parties being accountable for the money that they've been collecting from various people, whether there were shell companies, whether there were quid pro quo, whether there were government contracts, whether there were ED raids or not. All those aspects will be able to, people will be able to correlate in terms of information. So what political parties have put out really doesn't give, except for the fact that they have redeemed, those so many thousands of crores of rupees in terms of electoral bonds. But the three more main, small parties in terms of national parties, the BSP, the CPI, and the CPM haven't been able to, really haven't accepted electoral bonds. So they are not really somebody who has gained. The Trinamool Congress, as I said in their letter, says that they don't know. It was put in a public fund. We have no details, and unless the bank gives that detail, so everybody's putting it back on the State Bank of India. Tomorrow, the State Bank of India will be represented, and we'll have to hear from them whether they have that data of that unique alphanumeric, so that you can be able to track, and the truth can come out to the general public and make an informed decision ahead of their voting in the 2024 general elections.